Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Cleanup Crew, our Green Cities challenge here on the PlayStation 4. And we are trying to sort out our failing industry area over here. Lots and lots of businesses failing because they're just not getting the workers. We're having issues with people abandoning our new district over here. It's almost completely empty now. People are moving out here as well, and I'm wondering if this might be the problem, actually. Our recycle centre, maybe that's why they're leaving the area. I mean, Sunnyside Heights is doing quite well. Got, buildings going in and families moving into this new area. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're just moving away from the recycle centre. I don't know. Not quite sure what's causing it. It's a little frustrating. And yet we get people looking at moving in, and then look, they thought about it and then they immediately disappeared. And it's causing a knock-on effect of issues throughout our industry. People are moving in and then immediately moving out again, and our workforce is just, not getting where it needs to go. I am looking at running a transport route along here. Probably another tram. So trying to figure out the best way for me to do this. I think actually having the tram running alongside the road in this space here might be the best bit, or the best way for us. So let's it's then a question of where do I link it. I don't really want to have it linking into a main road just here, so we might have to put a turning area in just here perhaps, and then have a bridge or a subway of some kind connecting the two. Let's make sure we're on straight first of all. Why is it giving me this really weird wonky curve? Got a fire breaking out. Let's take that to there. Let's go one way. Bring that down. This needs to be really, really short, and I don't know if it's going to let me do this. Should probably built on the other side first. No, it's not going to let me go straight. Yeah. It's fiddly. Right, we're there. So let's do that. Let's overbuild that deliberately. Ugh, it's just too many things to snap to. Let's take this out, make that a little bit smaller. Go there. Take it to there. Reconnect there. Okay, that works. It's the wrong direction, so we need to change that. Like that. We need to put a stop in. Actually, before I do that, I need to actually connect the rest of the route up, don't I? Let's see. Let's go straight. Where do I want to bring this in? I suppose I could bring it in like that. That's emptied now, that's good. I'm going to pause time for a second while I try and figure out my spacing on this. Let's upgrade that road, and that road, and that road. And that road. Don't want to do that. I kind of want to get more people into the actual zone itself. So I'm thinking maybe what I should probably do is have a little tram stop somewhere over here. Those roads aren't even connected, are they? No, they're not. Right, let's take that piece of road out. Let me completely undo what I've just done there. You know what? Let's also turn off the day-night cycle so we can actually see what we're doing a bit more clearly. There we go. Perfect. So, I need to go to roads. I want to go to standard roads. And I want to kind of change what I've just done over here. Like that. I'm going to take that piece of road out as well. And instead, I'm going to go with 2-lane tram tracks coming off into this area. Maybe not quite so far in. Into about there. There we go. Then we go one way, so we want to go that way. Go up and across and back down again. And there we go. We've got a little sort of drop-off point here. And then we can also then feed our trams in this way. So if we now go with the upgrade tool here, and I want normal road there. So actually, if I just upgrade that piece like that, can I actually connect from one of these bits? So what we tried to do wouldn't let me. Take that out. It doesn't want to let me actually connect. As you can see, look, it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Let's just take this street out completely. We'll leave the edge of Chapman Street there like that. Just want to bring this up. Start to curve it in. Bring that in there like that. And then I'm going to replace that bit of road with just tram track. And I've just lost one of my access points into this zone here, but that's fine. I can live with that. No, let's... It's not going to get used that often, is it? Because this is just for getting in and out of the depot. So we'll put proper road in there. We'll do it like that. Then we'll have that sort of road access for cars going in there as well. Alright, let's just delete that while we're in the process of cleaning things up over here. Let's put in that route. I want the stop there. And I want the stop there. Connect up. Now ideally we kind of want to be over here as well. I've got no idea. Take these lines out. We kind of faffed around a little bit putting these in, but I have an idea of something that will work better, I think. Oops, taking out road as well as tram tracks. Just delete the line. There we go. Go to roads. Try and repair what I've done over here. So that still needs to be like that. But now I need normal tram tracks running up this way. Like that. And we're going to run the trams through here as well. I know I could upgrade, but I'm just deleting at the moment, just for convenience. Okay, and now we're out here. Now we can go kind of through here. Like this. This can be our kind of pick-up drop-off point over here. And then we can run the trams this way. We can even raise them up. A little bridge going over there. And bring them around here. Into this zone over here. And we can have a little turnaround point here. Or, hell, we could even bring them through into this central area over here, perhaps. We have a few options. But primarily, we're now able to service quite quickly and easily all of this block and all of this block of industry with workers from quite a heavily populated area. So let's put our little turning area in. We go freeform. Curve away a little bit. I want to run straight along here. Like so. Bring this along this way. Doesn't look very good. Let's improve it. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Run that along to here. We go to about there. And now, where's my snapping options? There we go. So I need to go higher on this side. And stay low to about here. And I want to go up 3 like that. I want to be starting to come down again on the other side, but need to get to the get to the junction first of all. There we go. Now I can hopefully start to dip it down a bit, maybe. Nope. I have to go fully across. Okay. It's trying to snap me. Let's go straight. There we go. Right. And we'll gradually bring this down. Try and keep that gradient nice and subtle. It's a little close to the backs of the houses, but it's not ideal, is it? Let's see if we can maybe... If we build the line back here first of all, that might be a better thing to do. So, where's our straight point? There it is. Have the line here. Like that. Out of the way of the houses. push it all the way along to the edge there. Bring it back down again. Now if we go freeform, put a little bit of a curve in there. Yeah, that looks better. A nice gradual slope going over the entrance to our block, and we can run along here. We can have again, we can have footpaths. Oh, there's not much space on the other side, is there? This could be just as problematic. I'm too close up against the... we'll leave the bridge. The bridge can stay, but I'm too close. I need to be here, so that I've got space for a footpath on the other side. And that's about as far as I can go before I run out of potential footbridge space. And even there, I think I'm probably pushing it a little bit. I need to turn off the snap, I think. Snapping options. Take it off the grid. No, that's not the one. That's the one I want to turn off. The road guidelines. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Right, let's turn those snapping options back on again. Okay. And then again, we go freeform through here. Curve it around a little bit. So we keep a little bit of distance from the buildings, but also have space for that footbridge. That's going to go in. And then here, this is where we'll build our turning area. Nice and simple. Change direction on that. There we go. Check our direction over here. I think that's the right way round. It was until I clicked it. There we go. So again, let's put our stop in. So I want the stop on that side. And I want the stop on that side. Let's connect the route up. There we go. And now let's start to look at adding in, stops along the line. So if we put one in here, like that. Put another one in here. There we go. Put one in here as well. Why has the line done that? Have I added in a separate... There we go. That's better. And we'll put another one in over here as well. There we go. And then we got our terminal stop there. Right. So we have the line in. Let's get those footbridges in. And footpaths. Let's have a pathway coming off this corner. Like that. Where's our other stops? There's one here. There we go. I know I need to do the other side of these, but we'll do that in a moment. Because I need to mark out where the actual stops are. There's one there. Can I have another one along here? There's that one. And that one. Okay. I wasn't sure. I thought for a minute I had an extra stop somewhere. So I'm going to have to demolish one of these houses. Question is, which one do I demolish? I think I'll do that. The smaller one. Will be the one to take the hit. Doesn't want to let me build the bridge on that. Let's try that again. No, it's because the ground behind is already occupied. Let's try on this side. There we go. We can do it on this side. It's not high enough. It's going to be really tricky to bring this one down. I might have to go subways on this one. Oh, I can just about manage it. It's going to be steep, but we can do it. There we go. Where's the other one? The other one's over here, isn't it? So we'll do the same here. We'll make these a little bit steeper. Outside the city limits. Can I get it back in? Just. That's a bit twisted, but it works. There we go. That's a very ugly kind of footpath, but it works. It's the most important thing. We're so tight up against this boundary here. There isn't really much space to do anything else. And then over here, well, we're fine over there. So we don't need too much. I suppose I could look at maybe bringing a path through here as well. I can do that and it won't demolish the building. Okay, that's good. So that way they've got a choice. They can walk that way and go down there, or they can walk this way and go down that path there. So we've got our residential stops and our commercial stop all dealt with over this side. Over here, we need to service the industries. So I've got our first set of stops just here. Let's bring something off this corner. Like that. Perfect. Build the bridge. And there we go. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. A fair bit more room to play about with over here, which makes that easier. Where's the next stop? Just there. So again, I want to have a pathway that kind of connects. Oh, this is awkward. Let's start here instead if I can, perhaps. I had the square for a second. There we go. Okay, that will connect like that. And then from there they can access that. I like to bring the bridge up and over here if I can. Let's run it as a path first of all. It's a power line, I wonder what it was. I'll have to rebuild that power line. In fact, actually, will I? That power line might be superfluous now. It is. We don't actually need that power line there anymore. So we can take that power line out completely. Because we have the ground connection. So So there we go. We've got a new tram route with stops for our various different industries. I just need to put in pathways here into this part of the industry. Let's see, let's run a footpath through that small business there, which is struggling, so we'll get rid of it. And then from there they can walk and cross over that way, so don't need to worry about that. Plus there's the stop here as well, so that's the important bit there. Alright, let's fire that up and see how it runs. Here comes the new tram. Actually going to follow one of these. Let's follow the front one, or the front car of that one. There's a few of them. Just spacing themselves out a bit, which is again something I think is a little bit new, is that they actually tend to pause and space themselves out a bit now. I don't think they used to do that so often, or quite so much. Previously they would actually just all head off and just queue and queue and queue. They seem to space themselves out a little bit better this time. So again, not 100% certain, but I do think that particular bit of AI has been tweaked a little bit. So over the road. There's that really, really awkward and ugly footbridge. You can see a lot of people waiting to ride that back into the industrial zone. That's good. That's the workers waiting. A few people waiting on the opposite side. Nobody getting on or off this side yet. I'm not expecting many people on this particular route, you know, or this particular journey, you know, to be dropping off into these areas. I'm expecting to be picking up a few people. So we've got a few people to pick up just here. There we go. Moving on to the next stop. Look at the number of people waiting there. Almost all of them got on as well. And if that means we're full up, because the next stop's going to have a few as well, I think. A few people waiting at the next one. Some got off, most got on. Let's see where they get off on the way in here. Look at that, we've got some people waiting to get on. Are they looking to go further into the estate, or are they just can't be bothered to turn around? And lots of people now over here waiting as well. So the route's definitely doing what it needs to. A nice number of people getting on and a good number of people getting off and sort of dissipating themselves through the industrial zone a bit. Most are going this way. Some are going into the estates. Where are these guys going to go? They're all coming along here. Don't tell me they're going to use that to ride the other tram. I bet that's what they're doing. They are, look. They're all just going... they're all going over to the other tram route. Some people are using it to go to work, though, which is kind of why we built it. This piece of road needs to come out, doesn't it? Just go back to being standard road. There we go. Let's check our zoning. See what we've done to our zoning. Let's get rid of that little piece. Just there. Let's take that out and take that out for now. I'm going to reduce some of the actual zoning here as well to try and give what is here more of a fighting chance. So we'll take that block back out again. Try and let our industry recover a bit. There we go. So we shrunk it down a little bit in size. Nothing too drastic, but enough. Create some jobs. Yeah, this Spring Hills, it's almost empty, isn't it? I mean, we get some people moving in. They don't seem to stay very long, though. They seem to move out again. And I'm wondering why that is. I suppose what I should also do is probably actually connect the districts like that. In fact, let's make that oops. Make that a nicer, better connection, I think. Like that. And then let's move this. Stick it there for a second. That's not a straight road. Put it there, kind of a bit more central, and hope that's not going to cause some major health issues for the district. I'm going to need to do a little bit of repair work on the zoning, because we've taken a few blocks out. I suppose I could put some commercial in here, couldn't I? Just to lessen the impact of that ground pollution. Make sure they're building on the right side of the road. There we go. So our demands are still kind of hovering at that level where there is a demand, but they're being fulfilled as soon as the demand, is requested. Which is why those levels are looking so low. But the population isn't really moving that much. It's starting to go up again now. And this district here, Sunnyside Heights, is really starting to come on quite nicely. I mean, look how picturesque this little area is starting to become. And ooh, yeah, that water is becoming a real issue. We're going to have some major problems with our water levels very, very soon. I was really hoping our population would be higher than this by now. I'm going to have to lower taxes just to get people in, I think. Let's drop residential taxes right down. Let's drop all the taxes right down. Make it ridiculously cheap tax-wise to come and live in the city. Hopefully that'll prompt a sudden burst of people moving in, because both of these two districts, Spring Hills and Mulberry Hills, our first two sort of eco-districts, are almost completely empty. I'm hoping that'll promote a nice big sudden boost. Seems to be at the moment. Seeing a few people moving in. Again, there was a house there a moment ago that's gone. That might be because I rezoned everything, but everything seems to be disappearing, and I think it's got to be this recycle centre. It's got to be that source of pollution in the district. So that needs to move. Question is, where does it need to move to? I'm going to sacrifice somewhere else. Let's plonk it here. It's going to make the people there a little bit more miserable, but it should hopefully improve everything around here. I might have to consider the fact that it's going to be a lot tougher to build an entirely eco-city than I thought it was going to be. People just don't want to seem to move in at the moment, and if they do move in, they don't want to stay. Need to get that population level up, and I need to get it up quickly because we're about to lose our clean water. In which case, we're going to have to really rely on water towers, I think, and shut down that water supply completely. Otherwise, it's just going to poison everybody again. I really was hoping to be free and clear of this by now. Let's change the specialization in Mulberry Hills. I need to go to districts, don't I? No, I was right. I was in the right area. Residential. There we go. Let's remove the eco requirement on that one. Go to policies as well. And that is district here. Go to policies. Let's turn off the electric car. That's in city planning, isn't it? We want to encourage biking. Let's get rid of the electric car requirements. See if that can hopefully get some people living here in Mulberry Hills. See, they're going in and then they're just disappearing, and it's frustrating trying to figure out why they keep disappearing on me. Maybe it's just too much of a demand for, you know, the people moving in here to have to immediately convert over to electric and be eco, and we'll have to look at converting areas over bit by bit instead, I think. So it's slowly starting to grow again. What's my water situation like? Almost terminal. We need to start preparing for the water apocalypse. We need water towers. And these need to be in an area that is not polluted as well. Let's put a couple of towers up here on the hill. Where's my nearest pipe network? It's there, isn't it? Straight down. Get some water towers there. That's going to boost my water production. If I turn this off, is my network going to cope with just 4 water towers? I highly doubt it. Hasn't registered that I've even turned it off yet. That's very, very strange. Oh, I've got a power issue over here. I forgot to deal with that. get that recycle centre back up and running again. There we go. This part of the city is starting to look very, very pretty indeed. The rest of it, not so much. It's just failed businesses and old, original style housing that nobody seems to be moving in. Mulberry Hills still hasn't really recovered. I'm not quite sure why the city is taking so long to grow here. We've got the education in place, we've got the services, we've got plenty of jobs. Maybe people just don't want to work in the industry. Let's clear out some of these abandoned commercial buildings as well. Open up some new opportunities, perhaps. See, these pump out... Well, they don't say what they... pumping capacity... Oh, 60,000 metric... or, cube meters per week. I got 4 of those, so I should be pumping out less than that. 6120, it should be 240. The rest is the pump. It's still counting the pump, even though the pump is turned off. That's weird. But as long as we don't pull up polluted water, then I'll take it, I suppose. It's certainly eking its way around that pollution, and that's going to cause all manner of pollution issues for these guys. I need to unlock the water cleansers, the floating garbage collectors, which are here, and we need 17,000 people for that. We are nearly halfway there. We've barely moved at all our population in the last, in this episode. We've kind of improved our transport network a little bit for our industry. We've got trams running back and forth between our newer area over here and our older area over here, and they seem to be working quite well. Could do with more people over here, perhaps, I suppose, to feed that tram over there. Yeah, I need to probably let the city just run for about 10-15 minutes and see where we go. We're not going to build anything off camera. We're just going to let the city grow a little bit and see what happens, because we are pretty much out of time. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more of this cleanup crew challenge here for City Skylines Green Cities very soon.